morning, Deer Park High School. Today is Wednesday, November 11th, 2015. I'm Eli Martinez.
And I'm Lucio Vasquez. We have a great show for you today about the crowded hallways within the school and the rise of esports. But first, we hope you enjoy the Veterans Day Assembly this morning. As a symbol of appreciation to veterans, change one light bulb outside of your house to green. The green stands for hope and is commonly used to activate forward movement. This project is named Green Light a Vet, which is launched by Walmart to encourage a show of support for our servicemen and women.
Navigating the hallways can be slow and frustrating experience due to grouping in the hallways. Oscar Valdez and Alfredo Ruiz recognize the problem and have a few simple suggestions for students that can help relieve traffic and reduce frustration.
Simply stepping foot in South Campus, one thing becomes very clear, and that is the crowdedness that one will find themselves experiencing as they walk in the halls. We talked to several teachers and students to catch their thoughts on the subject.
Okay, so my dad used to say either look where you're going or go where you're looking.
Yeah, people tend to gather like around all the stairs. So it's like hard to get past those parts because they're always around the stairs.
Traffic in the hallways is terrible. I really think we should do something about it, expand the hallways, you know what I mean, man? Kind of tired of everyone just crunched up in a little bit. Really bothers me. No one knows how to walk in the right direction, man.
Well, they get in these clumps, and you know, you got your traffic flow, it's going along, and then the clump stops, and then the people run into them. And it's kind of sad because, you know, they're trying to get to class, but they get ran into. It's pretty sad.
Oh man, it's horrible. All these little sophomores standing in the hall, and it's just like, get out the way, please, for all these seniors.
Make people go faster. All right. I need to get in my class now.
It sucks. People just like to stand around and not do anything and just talk to their friends while people are trying to get to class, and it makes a lot of people late.
I've heard that by the stairs there's a lot of traffic jams, the couches and the different pods on the hallways. Those are real popular for people to stop, chit chat, check their text messages, do a little Snapchat. I don't know.
By no means are we saying not to talk to your friends in between classes. In fact, we encourage you to do so. So next time you find yourself blocking the halls, sure, no one can force you to move out of the way, but keep in mind that there's also other people besides your group. This is Oscar Valdez and Alfredo Ruiz reporting for the Deer Network.
To help reduce crowding in the hallways, here are 3 simple tips. Take alternative routes to class, like the back stairs instead of the mall area. Try not to text and walk if possible. Multitasking is pretty hard. When talking to others, don't stand in the middle of the hallway. Even the smallest efforts can make a difference.
Final exams are right around the corner, so I suggest you start getting your books out. Exams will be taken on December 15th through the 18th. For the first semester of exams, only elective classes are allowed to be exempt, but this does not include foreign languages. To make sure you are in the exempt list, check your unpaid fines, the number of absences you have, and the number of days you've been assigned to ISS, which should not be more than 3. Last but not least, your average for your 2-semester grades must be in 80 or above. If you meet all these requirements, consider yourself a lucky duck.
Have you started planning for college yet? If not, Deer Park High School will be hosting a college night on November 17th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. There will be over 80 college admission representatives there to discuss admission criteria, financial aid, and college planning. You can register for the event at www.gotocollegeaffairs.com. Also, be sure to print out your personal barcode where you can bring it to the college night to provide the representatives with your personal information.
With esports gaining traction across the country, should it be considered alongside traditional sports? Many say no, despite its growing popularity and intense competition. Once again, here is Oscar Valdez.
Video games. Nowadays, owning some form of gaming device has become a common thing. Whether it's a PC, a handheld, or a gaming console, one can find them in almost every household, all serving the same purpose and delivering the experiences that make video games what they are. Where else can you play the role of either the bad guys who are trying to take over the world, or the good guys who try to stop them? It's no wonder why gamers have found ways to make money playing their favorite games. One of those ways has been the introduction of esports, which consists of tournaments where players who are considered the best fight for large cash pools and the title of no longer being considered but becoming the best at that game. What can be better than getting some friends together, playing video games, and winning cash, plus a huge trophy in the process? As cool as playing a video game for money might be, there are people out there who are against the growing trend that esports has seen in the recent years. Cowley Cowherd, host of a sports talk radio show on Fox, is a leading voice against esports.
Super. East Coast epicenter for esports competitive gaming. It's a new league which is yet to be named. They'll have televised tournaments twice a year that include a 10-week regular season, playoff, and championship.
After watching a Heroes of the Storm tournament that aired on ESPN2, he made the comparison of watching a game play live to putting a gun in his mouth. His actions were enough to get him removed from ESPN. He goes on to say that esports should not be considered a sport. But then again, what defines a sport? Esports has all the same features of an actual sport. A team, casters talking over the game, stats, and the list goes on. So why can't it officially become a sport? NASCAR got to be a sport. No offense to the NASCAR lovers out there. Point is, why can't video games get the same treatment? On the other hand, Collins isn't saying anything wrong. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. A good way to see it, if you end up getting hate, then that means you're probably doing something right. Seeing that last year's viewer count of League of Legends World Championships was 27 million people, they officially held the title for the most watched live event of the entire 2014. And with the help of streaming sites such as YouTube and Twitch, esports ends up capturing more viewers every day. The growth of esports doesn't seem to be slowing down. The question remains, what is your definition of a sport? This is Oscar Valdez reporting for the Deer Network.
Let us know what you think about esports and whether or not it should be considered a sport on our Twitter. Speaking of sports, let's head to Andrew Green for the weekly rundown. Andrew?
Thanks, Eli. The varsity football team finished their season with a win over Baytown Sterling 37-25 last Friday night. They finished the season with a 4-6 record. The swim team has a meet at Texas A&M this Friday. We wish them luck as they go for the gold. We hope you're ready for some basketball because the boys varsity basketball team tips off their season on Monday. They play South Houston here in Watkins Gymnasium at 7 p.m. Also in basketball, Deer Park will once again host the McDonald's Texas Invitational Basketball Tournament next week, November 19th through the 21st. And if you haven't forgotten about the Texans yet, you probably will when they face off against the 8-0 Bengals this Sunday. Back to you, Lucio.
Thanks for the friendly reminder, Andrew. Do you need a job for the holiday season? Well, if you do, many stores are offering seasonal positions just in time for Christmas. Macy's, Toys R Us, Walmart, and many more are hiring baggers, greeters, and team members. Get out there and find yourself a job so you can save up money and buy your friends and family gifts for Christmas, Hanukkah, and even Kwanzaa.
But remember that sometimes gifts don't always have to be about how expensive it is or how much it shines. What really matters is the effort and time being put into the gift. That's what really matters. Just being in the holiday spirit of giving and giving thanks.
Make sure to stay tuned for After the Deer Network for a commercial of our very own Deer Park High School Improv team.
That's it all from us here today. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and even Snapchat at the Deer Network.
Also subscribe to our YouTube channel where we post all of our broadcasts so you never miss a Wednesday without us. Or where you can re-watch broadcasts you like. I'm Lucio Vasquez.
And I'm Eli Martinez. Hey, keep it classy, Deer Park.
Domini peregrinus, libertas paratus, est